epic.
That was perfect, actually.
Well
Come
done.
on, epic rap battles in history, everyone. It was perfect.
That was perfect.
What is it? How do you do that?
Well, the first time we met, we went over the announcer bit. It's
You
just,
remember it.
It
You
started by
remember
accident.
that.
There's a movie called Idiocracy,
Yeah.
and there's this announcer in it. He's like, "Be supreme," and that was the first time we made a battle. I just tried to do a silly announcer voice, and people seemed to respond to it well. So the second battle did a crazier announcer voice, and now it's just like.
And
That's
it works, right?
It works. It works.
That's-
It's become a fun character of its own.
I just find it so amazing how it's just evolved. Because when I interviewed, you weren't around when I interviewed him about epic rap battles.
No,
No.
I mean, you were around. You just weren't there. You thought you were too cool.
I was off doing
He
something
was working
else.
a full-time job at a comedy theater at the time. We
Yeah.
just started this just like two guys just starting a video project.
Two guys just making fun rap battles with Nazis and Republicans
Yep.
and rock stars.
Just making the dream happen.
Yeah, well, we did the first two. Either we wrote in his apartment and recorded in my little apartment.
Yeah.
We had to be quiet because there were neighbors downstairs. So when it came time to record Adolf Hitler, we had to go somewhere.
We had to
else.
go in like another room.
It
or
was like
something.
take 6. I am Adolf. Take 7. I am. People are gonna think that's a little weird.
Get a
That's
knock on the door.
amazing. So what point do you think it went from that, just you doing it, and then you're like, okay, this is a thing. This is a consistent thing and it's going huge at this point.
When we got banned in Germany.
No,
that
you
was-
didn't. Did you?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got banned in Germany.
Which of course
Uh,
made it all that much more
Oh
popular.
yeah. That was like I was like, whoa! People in Germany were watching the videos. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was eye-opening. I think it was after that second one, the Darth Vader Adolf Hitler thing. We knew we had to come back with something really strong.
Yeah.
And then we did Abraham Lincoln versus Chuck Norris, and when that performed well, also, I think that was about when we realized, oh, this is
pretty
what we
cool.
do now. This
Yeah.
is all right. This is exciting.
Well, what's your process of figuring out which ones you're gonna do, who you're gonna mash up together? I know you get so many people submitting ideas.
Yeah. The first time we asked for suggestions, I think we got about 150.
Something like that,
and
yeah.
now we get about 450,000.
What? Wait, you get
Yeah.
450,000 suggestions?
On a big video, yeah, there's about 450,000 comments. So we really do try to go through as many as we can, but it's hard to go through them all.
That is wild.
It is
How do you
wild.
manage all that?
We try to just you scroll through them and you start to see the same ones pop up a lot. And you
Yeah.
start to see what the people want. And
Democracy at its
yeah,
finest.
I know that's the way it goes. And then we try to pick there's different parts of history that are important. Whether it's music or politics or culture or art or whatever. So try to touch upon a different thing here and there throughout the season. So
So I think so many people watch these videos, even us, and we know you guys, and we're like, what the hell? These guys are so smart. Sorry, I'm not trying to
No, that's all right.
stroke
We're,
your ego.
we're
but
incredibly smart.
yeah, super
it
smart.
feels like you're really smart. Like how I want to go through the process of when you come up with the idea and then write it out and then put, actually record the song and then do everything else.
I think the key to that smartness is that we work together with ourselves. We listen to each other's ideas, and we have a team of writers that works with us. Zach Sherwin, who played Einstein,
Okay.
is a brilliant writer, and so we just try to. We take all of our minds and combine them into one process. There is no specific process. We just kind of really let an idea kind of marinate. We dream about it.
Just dive into read books, watch whatever videos we can. I mean, what we really try to do is be not the Wikipedia version. Not
Right.
that I hate Wikipedia, but not the Wikipedia version of the jokes. Where else? How deep can we go? What can we find? For the absolute fan of that character.
Yeah,
to
what
be
are the little facts you can take? Because there's a lot of research that goes
Oh,
into
yeah,
this.
tons.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking is probably an interesting example of I didn't know a lot about physics going into it, and for that whole 2-week writing process, there were just physics books just
Yeah.
around the studio, and we would read them, and it was Dante who was like, oh, this thing about 10 million particles. There's 10 million particles in the 10 million whatever particles, and that turned into a joke, and it just kind of morphed. And it's a very, we bounce ideas around like a big game of ping pong.
Yeah.
And eventually it hits the ping pong bullseye.
Eventually, there's the moment where you're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
It's just a great that's the.
But then it
joke
takes
there.
2 weeks to sometimes write these, and then are you shooting over
No,
a
we do.
week?
We do it everything in 2 weeks. So start to finish 2 weeks. So we start writing and conceptualizing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll start demoing the track. Friday, finish demoing, and then track and mix Saturday, Sunday, and then by the next Monday we're shooting.
Yeah.
So we try to know what the matchups are ahead of time, so we can just be reading constantly about whatever character it is here or there. So we can kind of just be filtering all this information in as we go when it's time to sit down and actually write it out. Everybody's fairly familiar with the info
Yeah.
If you looked at my Netflix queue, you would
Uh-huh.
think I'm the most boring person on
Why?
earth. Well, because there's like 12 documentaries about World War II, and just like, and I have a Kindle, and it's just full of the boringest books.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't even use them. I read a whole biography about Alexander the Great, and we didn't even end up using
So
him
this
yet.
is making you smarter.
It's
If you
making
weren't-
me a little
wait
smarter.
Second, if you weren't smart enough, God.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That's honestly probably my favorite part, is that we get to learn about things that we
Yeah.
didn't know about. And I think the audience also gets to learn about characters maybe they didn't know. One of my proudest moments was Mr. Rogers, kind of to some of the younger audience. They'd never heard of him before. And that blew my
So
mind.
sad.
Mr. Rogers is like my personal pimp hero.
So sad.
And it was cool to see kids out there learning about Mr. Rogers.
I got to teach the world that Chris Pine was not the first Captain Kirk.
Yeah, that too.
So,
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like you're teaching you're almost like it's education through rap.
well, that's what the lesson is, kids. Rap makes you smarter.
Yeah. Rap history plus swear words equals education.
Reinventing it all. What have been your favorite characters to play? Favorite videos?
Ooh, that's so hard. I looked a lot like Skrillex. That was pretty fun to do.
You so did.
I
What is
kinda-
up with that?
It was fun. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any hair on my head, so when you put hair on it, it lives in its natural form.
It was astounding. My favorite was Beethoven, because I live a relatively happy, like, boppity-boppity-ba life, and to play Beethoven, I got to get really dark and break a piano and, like, yell and be really angry, and it was fun to get into that.
There was one character you played recently that people were like, he actually looks like him in real life. Who is that?
Oh.
Not Lance Armstrong, no.
It's Jobs, bro. Jobs.
Jobs. Yeah, Steve
Yeah.
Jobs.
I didn't expect that.
Ashton
Isn't
Kutcher,
that-
move aside.
Yeah, move out of the way, Ashton Kutcher.
That was a fun one, too. We did about a month of research on that one, because we just wanted to really learn about computers and
And there's a lot of pressure for covering someone like that.
Sure.
Like actually doing it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was intense.
Right?
It's motivation. Like for me, really, like I know how intense people are about those particular people and stuff. So it makes me like raise the bar in terms of like what I'll accept for jokes or performance or whatever. It's like if you get it wrong, if you get, some people are so like fanatical about Steve Jobs or
Yeah, these
Bill Gates
characters,
or
yeah.
anybody, Shakespeare. Like if you get it wrong, you're gonna get called out pretty hard.
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing like getting called out by millions of people that you just screwed up.
How would you guys do in a real world rap battle? Like, how is it different real world rap battles than what you guys do? I feel like you reinvented the rap battle.
We spend a lot of time crafting. We'll argue about one word, and
Yeah.
it's a real debate. But like, we'll just go back and forth about how to fine tune the lyrics. And I think in a real rap battle, it's a little more off the cuff.
Yeah.
It's a little more personal.
It's very personal. There's a dude screaming in your face, like right in front of
Sure.
you. There's no beat a lot of times in like a real rap battle,
Yeah.
which is different. I don't know if it makes it harder or easier, but the real rap battles are. I mean, there's always that veil of like, yeah, I'm battling you, but we're friends here.
We're buddies, yo. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any questions from fans? We have so many. All right. Do you want to give the mic so he could hear the question? Everyone watching live.
I was just wondering what programs you guys use when you're editing and making your films.
Right on. We use every program that there is, honestly. We start the editing process in Adobe Premiere. We do the effects in Adobe After Effects. We do some of the effects in Cinema 4D. And then we do the final pass. Our main editor, Dave, uses Final Cut 7 to do the final color correction for some reason. And the subtitles also go on in Final Cut 7.
And I use Gmail, a lot of Gmail.
It's a great tool. It really is.
It helps the communication process.
You've had so many incredible guests on the show.
Yeah.
Who have been your favorite so far?
They've all been awesome in their own way, honestly. I don't want to highlight any of them.
Like rattle. tell us
Working
some
with Snoop
names.
Dogg was awesome.
Yeah, right?
I'm not going to lie. We
Snoop
we
Dogg
were
did.
holding our breath. We knew it was happening, but you couldn't believe it was really happening till we got those tracks on Lloyd's Gmail. And we listened to them, and we heard our words coming back to us through Snoop Dogg's awesome voice.
Yeah.
And we just freaked out.
Yeah. We get actually at the Comedy Week, the YouTube Live Comedy Week, we got to work with Skrillex, Sonny, and he was super cool too.
Had the video come out yet?
Yeah, it's out. It's out.
No,
yeah.
but did it come out? Had he known that you impersonated
Yeah,
him?
He knew about
Yeah.
it.
What did he think?
He thought it was great.
He thought
He
it was
loved
cool.
it. We tried really
Yeah.
hard to do him justice, you
Yeah.
know, and he looked just like him. So
Have you bumped into people that you've impersonated or they've reached out and been like, awesome job?
I bumped into Babe Ruth the other day, and it was really awkward.
Wow, you are making history. You really are. Describe the energy at VidCon. Like we've all been here for a few years. So how's this year different for you guys? What are you feeling?
I'm more prepared for it personally. I know what to expect, and I'm just excited to meet people. We spend a lot of time trapped in a room behind a computer, and we interact with our fans just through comments. So it's cool to meet people and say hi to Bailey and be like, "What's up, dude?" You know, here we are in the same
He
space.
just said your name.
But it is, 'cause we learned a long time ago when there were 50,000 people watching us, we knew that they were all real people.
Yeah.
And now that number's a lot bigger, but we know that each one of those numbers or screen names represents a real person who really cares about what we do.
Definitely.
And it's awesome.
And how are you guys evolving as, now you could say you're a brand. It's not just like a fun little, it is a hobby. You guys obviously love it.
Sure.
But like, how are you looking to expand the whole Epic Rap Battles universe?
I mean, I think we want to do. Well, let me feel this.
You are the mouthpiece.
Oh, great. That's a weird word. I think we just want to like do our best to keep the battles like pure and like keep doing them like the way, make them cool and raise the bar in terms of like make it visually and like rappy and all that stuff. But like in terms of expanding, I feel like we want to maybe try to do more stuff on the BTS channel and like start to like show different aspects of like rather than just the shoot day, like more of like the behind the scenes and how we edit stuff and how we mix stuff, and see if we can't get a little bit dig into that a little bit more. And then we want
to grow by staying the same, kind of.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it and keep doing it right. Keep listening to people. We saw Superman versus Goku as one of the most popular suggestions. That was something we never ever considered because I didn't know who Goku was.
Yeah.
But that's something now we're looking at as a real possibility because it's the most popular fan suggestion. So
why would you not do it?
Well, we have to at least consider it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been a cool part of the process.
That's awesome. You're also touring.
Yeah, I'm doing a little. I'm getting away from it to just get on stage, play a guitar, say hi to people, and then we're gonna come back into it.
Singer-songwriter style.
Yeah. It's been a long time. That's what I started out doing, and we did this as a shot in the dark, and it happened to hit. So
I love it. Epic Rap Battles of History, everyone. Thank you so much for your time.